Tom, otazník, to je děsivý, proč to tady je? Každopádně, dámy a pánové, já vás vítám u našeho prvního videa, naší nové série na hru The Council. Nebo koncil česky, nebo jednoduše rada, ve smyslu několik lidí, co se radí. Hnedka na začátek, na tuhle hru neexistuje čeština, hledal jsem. Je to takovej hidden indie gem, jo, je to, pokud se nepletu, od stejných lidí, co dělali Styxe, toho loupežnýho goblina. Ale nemá to s tím nic společného, jo, gameplay je úplně odlišný, všechno je tady úplně jiný, jo, jenom myslím, že je to od stejných lidí. Co se epizod týče, tahle hra je na epizody, na epizody, ano, to je lepší slovo. Takže jsou poměrně dlouhý, jo, než se dostaneš nakonec jedný. Ono teda, co jsem tak čet, tak to má jako postupnou tendenci a že třeba ta poslední kapitola je, vole, už tak jenom na pohoďku. Ani ne. Takže já bych to udělal tak, že nahraju celou tu jednu kapitolu. Když to bude hodně dlouhý, jako vole třeba 3 hodiny, když to bude mít, to doufám, že mít nebude, tak bych to prostě nějak rozstříhal na 2, 3 části v tomhle případě, kdyby to byly 3 hodiny, jo. Ale můžu já to nějak se podívat? Ježiš, co jsem to provedl? Tady, jo. Tady to krásně vidíš. Má to 5 kapitol, myslel jsem si, že 6, budíš. Každá má nějaký ty svoje kapitolky, tadyhle 4, 3, 3, ok, takže první by měla být nejdelší. Tohle mě děsí, proč to tady kurva je? Jestli tě děsí i tohle, tak to právě, mě to taky děsí. Já bych jako se snažil nás uvést nějak do příběhu, ale nejlepší způsob, jak to udělat, je začít tu hru hrát. Jo, ještě jinak k té angličtině, nebo spíš k té neexistující češtině, já se pokusím to pak nějak shrnout, o čem byl ten rozhovor, že jo, nebudu to překládat slovo od slova, protože to by mě tady jeblo. Titulky k tomu taky dělat nebudu, to by mě jeblo snad ještě víc. A to je asi tak na úvod všechno. Jo. Tadyhle jsem to hrál, tady to mám dohraný, tadyhle jsem zkoušel jiný průběh, moc daleko jsem se nedostal. Tady budeme hrát teda my. New game, ano, počkej, settings. Je tady něco, co bych mohl? Subtitles on, to je ano. Dobře. Constant 30 fps, Počkej, můžu s tím... Jo, nemůžu. Ono to vejš nejde. No to jsem nechtěl. Každopádně jdeme na to.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert!
Hmm?
Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Kdo je kurva Al-Azif? Nebo to je ta zapovězená kniha? Act. Trust her. Mám věřit svojí mámě, která... Ježišmarja, já jí moc věřit nechci. Tadyhle panáček, co má zarudlý oko, to jsem já. Já jsem Louis. OK, a za toho budeme hrát celou hru. Já ti budu věřit, ale jestli se mi to vymstí, tak použiju ten jeho jed, OK?
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Trusting. Kurva. Střílej, ty máš pistoli, on má nůž, střílej.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Borchert.
Opuštěný ostrov uprostřed ničeho. Tady se určitě nestane nic špatného. Big Bad Wolf. Ano. Tohle mi ale upřímně nepřijde, jako kdyby byl vypnutý limit na 30 fps.
You ditch me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Ty dvě věci můžou být pravda zároveň. Šílení.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case,
It is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your
Ooh la
age.
la.
Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Moje máma.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself.
Tak to jsem
I
nečekal, že
promise,
odpoví.
it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Skutku, skutku. Turn the question back to the Duchess. Mám se vyvarovat odpovědi, ale to je neslušné, to je... To se nevyplatí být neslušný ke kardinálovi. Bo on se za mě může přimluvit u Boha. No ale jako hraběnka mě jako upřímně zajímá mnohem víc.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up
Má
to you
strašně
whether you
povědomý
be better
hlas.
off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious.
Ano.
young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess.
Ulala, já mám ale fancy jméno.
A Duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Ale aspoň nejseš od krve už, jo?
Are you alright?
Ajajaj, migrénka. Nebo absťák. Nebo oboje.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Sára.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Vyžaduju vysvětlení.
Hugh.
Kterýho se nedočkám jen tak
Are
mimochodem.
you alright?
Vůbec.
What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's
Má
getting
strašně
late, so
velký nos.
why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Jo, ztratila ruku, spoustu krve.
Or what? This can't be real. That
Emily.
just arrived with me.
Emily Hillsborough.
For God's sake. I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
To byla třeba nějaká premonition z budoucnosti. Ale... Jo, tady s tím já už nic neudělám. Že mně to upřímně nepřijde jako... Ne, nebo jako takhle, framerate mi přijde strašně zvláštní. Nalezklo se tady něco? Můžu odjet zpátky? Jak tady funguje interakce v této hře? Asi nezjistím. OK, takže to by bylo na začátek spoustu věcí, kterýma se probrat. Jo? Já, Louis a moje máma jsme byli někde v Paříži, drželi nás jako vězně, chtěli nás zabít, protože máme nějakou knihu. A ten zámek, co nás držel, chtěl tu knihu, protože to je nějaký jako strašně velký, vole, tajemství, všichni to chtějí. A ta kniha je asi teď na tomhle ostrově a tady Emily jí měla schovat. Moje máma jí měla požádat o to, aby ji schovala a jí se to povedlo a proto jí musela zastřelit, protože tu knihu, předpokládám, že je to furt ta kniha, nebo už je to třeba úplně jiný artefakt. Nesmí padnout nikomu do rukou. Protože až tak velký to je zlo. No, každopádně, ale po tom, co jsme utekli von Bočárdovi, tak moje máma vyplula na tenhle ostrov a nechala mě v Paříži. Což Paříž je sice jako hezký město, jo, ale moje máma je teď bez ruky. Nejspíš, teda. A já jsem dostal pozvánku od tady pána toho sídla, bych sem přijel a našel svoji mámu, která se tady nějak záhadným způsobem ztratila, když přišla schovat záhadný artefakt. Něco mi říká, že se nestratila. Na to přijdeme později, možná tedy. No a Louis má nějaký vize divný. Nějaký supernaturální vize, určitě. No hele, to by na začátek bylo asi dost, si myslím, tak jdeme dál. Jdeme zpátky za tady hrabinkou velkokozou, teda paní Emily.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Hele, věř mi, že kdyby jsme my dva se někdy potkali, tebe bych si pamatoval. Diplomat, kultista nebo detektiv. Diplomat je perfektní ve společnosti, talentovaný mluvčí, vyhýbá se faux pas. And he can convince those with whom he is talking without offending them. Zvládne přesvědčit ty, s kterýma mluví, aniž by je urazil. Politics is his field of To je prokletý slovo nějaký. Choosing a class defines your basic skills, the other skills will still be available, but unlocking them will be more expensive. Detektiv. Jako, já jsem sem přišel hledat svoji mámu. Jo, takže detektiv se zdá jako logická volba docela. Ale už jen to, že je tady se mnou hraběnka, nějaký kardinál, pravděpodobně na ostrově bude víc důležitých lidí. Sám Mortimer vypadá jako hodně důležitý člověk, jo, když je tenhle ostrov jenom pro vybraný. Tak já si myslím, že by se víc hodily ty diplomatické schopnosti, teda politika, etiketa, linguistics, conviction, diversion. Diversion jako rozptýlení je něco, co budu využívat asi určitě často. Manipulace. Okultismus jasně Erudovanost, ano. to je jako, že jsem vzdělaný, nebo něco v tom smyslu, že jo. Sciences, subterfuges. Questioning, vigilance, psychology, agility, logic. Já jsem fakt mě láká ten detektiv, jo. Ale to je prostě tím, že rád hraju Sherlocka určitě. Diplomat. OK, takhle vypadá ten skill tree. Unlocks condition language. Mám 7 pointů? Your pass granted you. Jo, to je asi kvůli tomu, že už jsem to hrál, že jo. Nebo nevím, jak si to nějak vysvětlil. Dostal jsem zdarma bod do manipulace a psychologie. Což je velice nice, to se mi všechno hodí. No zatím se nebudeme asi dívat na to, co nemůžeme mít a koukneme se na to, co můžeme mít. Diversion, no tak hele, vzhledem k tomu, že to byla jedna z prvních jako možností, co jsem mohl udělat. Nebo jako nemohl, jo, ale když tam na mě mluvil ten kardinál a furt se mě něco vyptával, tak já jsem to odvedl směrem k té hrabince, jo, takže diversion je něco, co vypadá hodně dobře. To vůbec nebylo 7. Linguistics, politics, conviction. Convince people with the sheer force of will. Hele, tak počkej. Zase mi nepřijde chytrý to rozdělovat, vole, do každého si dát jeden. Jestli politika? Flattery. Ano. To zní důležitě. No, hele, já nemám teda moc jako co víc tady vymýšlet. Takže takhle to potvrdím. Jdeme dál. Novice diplomat.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away.
Sans-culottes?
Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me.
Kdo něco takového říká?
By my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Not at all, so lie to her. Hele, jak jsem říkal, jo. Kdyby my dva jsme se někdy potkali, tak tebe bych si určitě pamatoval. Sorry.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
To jsem říkal, to ano.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago in London?
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
Nikdy jsem nebyl v Londýně.
Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
William Pitt, mělo by mi to něco říkat? Opportunity. Oh. Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. No, tohle zní jako něco, co by bylo dobrý pro detektiva, že prostě vidíš nějaký věci, které ti můžou pomoct. Opportunities do not consume effort points to access the skill required for the situation. You just need to have unlocked it. Okay. Oh, pusa.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Immunity revealed, vulnerability revealed. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. Push. To je asi shift, okay.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Upřímně je mi jedno, kam jde Emily, šel bych za ní kamkoliv. You obtain talents when you're carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlock conditions and effects as they offer very interesting improvements. Review all talents. Ok, to je spoustu informací na mě takhle. To je mapa. Dobře, charakter, to jsem nechtěl asi, talent. Use money, ok, ne. Diplomat, trusting. A charisma mám. Journal. Jsem já? To je máma? Jo, to je tenhle ten. To be discovered. Ok. Takže jestli to chápu správně, tak když budu mluvit tady s Emily, tak proti ní nemám používat logiku. Že jo? Close to the English crown. La. Dobře, myslím si, že to chápu. Já mám i inventář. Jo. Tak jo, ale chtěl bych trošku světla. Tady něco září. Royal Jelly. Restores 2 effort points. You cannot carry more than 5. OK. To zní jako, že se hodí. Jo, takže ty effort points jsou tady, co je vlevo dole. Royal Jelly, OK. Co je vlevo dole a to mi spotřebová, nebo jako takhle. To potřebuju na vykonání určitých akcí. Já nevím, ke který hře to přirovnat do píči, ale...
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Moras.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You
Among
must be
us.
Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Nevypadáš na to.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sarah's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island.
Nevypadáš moc
Sir, may
busy.
rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would
To je jí
find this
podobný,
behavior
upřímně.
necessary.
What do you mean?
Asi. Já ji
On
neznám.
several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we are searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night.
A co když
We think
lžou?
that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost. OK. Questioning locked. No tak to asi nemůžu ani zkoušet, ty vole, ne? No, jasně, že ne.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief.
Dej to
The
sem.
handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother. Sarah de
Proč jsi
Richet.
to zase vzal? Dej to mě,
I have
vole.
orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Conviction. Let me have that, take care of it. No, jako dej mi ho.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your
Conviction.
master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it.
Ne, asi
On
vole.
that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
No, dobrý. Běž dělat svoji práci.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
A hlavně mně přijde divný, že by za sebou jako nechávala stopy. Víš co? Prostě zbytky jídla, i když jako chápu, že toho se asi blbě zbavuje nějak nenápadně.
Wooden floorboard.
Zajímavé. Vigilance. Question where it came from. Examine.
Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed. Probably comes from this part of the wharf.
Jo, to je to samý, ok, tak nic, tak čau. Mám sem vpad do vody.
Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Pick the lock. Tak to bych... Vem to tím dřevem.
Wooden floorboard.
Tak ne. Ježišmarja. Je to strašně tmavý ta hra, ty vole. Něco tady?
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
To je Royal Jelly, to není honey. Ještě jak to řekne. Honey.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Otevři to. Vem si její kaloka. Hodinky.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Páčidlo. Nebo jako nějaká železná tyč, ale páčidlo.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Tak si to vem.
Might just come in handy. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
A co nám to říká, Louis?
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
Pádlo. Co jsem to sebral? Minci? Co to je? Ježiš, to je ono? Lost coins in... OK, a to je jako jenom collectible, to nemá žádný využití.
See what's hidden inside.
Find a clue, to asi dělat nebudu.
Let's look.
Mr. Carl Corey. Envelope has ideograms on it. Mr. R. Galbraith. Other letters. Mr. Joaquina da... Ježišmarja, to jsou jména, tak začneme Karlem.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Super, vole.
A letter written in an Oriental language. This letter's in Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo.
Tokyo. Okay.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
K čemu mi to je?
The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That Reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
Order?
Probably a Dutchman.
My jsme součástí nějakého řádu, ještě jako ta hra se jmenuje Council, jo, takže... His Eminence Giovanni Angelico Braschi.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican.
I know this name. No, já neznám.
This name sounds familiar. Braschi. No. Can't seem to place it. Hôtel de Cluny, Rue de Mathurin, Paris. I guarantee this letter is for my mother. The address is a hideout for the Golden Order. If you write anyone over there, you have to watch out in case someone's reading your mail. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Nějaký jako listovní tajemství.
As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up?
Zmínila se o něm jenom jednou, co ti je?
Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Ha! I remember.
Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He
Oh,
was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI.
okay.
Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Takže na Manuela Godoye mi nebude fungovat etiketa. Okay, našel jsem všechny clues evidentně. Look for... Aha, ne, nenašel.
Let's look.
Na tohle už jsem všechno koukal. Jo, takže mi tady chybí ten poslední dopis.
Mortimer communicates with the whole world apparently.
Jsem to říkal, důležitý cápek. OK, teď to jsou všichni. Tady už snad nic není. A mám železnou tyč, můžu jít zkusit otevřít tu bránu. A třeba se mi to povede. Nebylo tady ještě něco vedle, nebo...
Hey,
něco tam je?
there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
A něco je pod tím.
Somebody replaced it recently. It looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here.
Já snad to nezlomím, ale tak je to železo a tohle je dřevo.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers.
To je zvláštní knížka, z který číst dítěti na spaní. Joink. Manuskripta. Allow you to educate yourself. Aha, at the start of each quest you can choose. What? Oh. Zajímavé.
Inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread.
Nom nom.
The fruit's still firm. The bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days.
Jak to poznáš podle smradu?
There's enough left to last 2 more days. Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. But what does all this mean?
To znamená, že máš obří mommy issues, Louis.
Bottom of the bag is covered in black powder.
Je to gunpowder, udělá to bum bum bum.
Key completely rusted.
Samozřejmě, že si ho vezmu. To je pravda. Do píči.
Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to mother when I see her.
Kurva. Počkej.
Crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger.
Ještě jsme tu hru ani pořádně nezačali a já už si myslím, že jsem udělal jako všechny špatný rozhodnutí. Máš klíč, odemkni to. Nebo furt máme tu železnou tyč. OK. Tohle stačilo. Něco. Royal Jelly.
But it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
No právě, že jako v té vizi. To vypadá jako stejná zbraň. Se kterou zabije tu vévodkyni.
Aha. What have we here?
Střelný prach. To je to samý. Být s tím nemůžu. Nezmůžu. Ember fragments. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum. Nice. Ember. Počkej, ale ty jsi něco mluvil. Do píči. Ono to znělo důležitě. Taková summary. Summary. Toho, co se tady děje. Vypadá to, že víc toho tady není. A už mám quest jít přímo. Tady něco cinklo, já to slyšel. Jít přímo do sídla. Minza. No hele, já budu doufat, že to tady mám všechno. Půjdeme se podívat do sídla. Já už natáčím skoro hodinu. A nikam jsme se nedostali. Okay? Jen tak jako pro představu, jak dlouhá ta hra může být. Ha! Latina, jednoduchý.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Conviction? Mortimera nepřesvědčím teda, evidentně, prej. Kurva.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Asi stejně tak, jako postavili pyramidy. Spoustu otroků. Já jsem ty snad někde nedávno čet, že pyramidy vlastně nestavili otroci. A čet jsem jenom jako titulek, jo, nečet jsem to celý. To je děsivý.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
Čau.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
Vaše
I
výsosti.
wanted to ask you, You are the son of Sara the Rich, aren't you?
Ano.
You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. OK, takže tohle vypadá důležitě. Musím ho přesvědčit. A mám na to 3 pokusy, možná 4.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally.
V pohodě.
You happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Yes, she's been here for several weeks now. Never mind, give me your letter. To nezní jako chytrá věc, co říct, OK? Ano, je tady, už je tady delší dobu.
Your Eminence, Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow.
OK.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
Jak jako u nás. Co máš s mojí mámou?
It's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Detektivní práci. We are members of the Golden Order. Etiquette. Professional Our business is confidential. A proč je to okultismus? Hele, já nevím, jestli je to nějaká tajná sekta. OK, takže já mu to říkat nebudu, tohle mu říkat nechci. Professional secret. Jako to by se mohl urazit, že mu to nechci říct, ale na druhou stranu on mi nechce dát dopis. Art Collectors. Jako říkali, že se nemám bát využívat svoje mocnosti, svoje skilly. Ale on zná moji mámu, takže to mi možná ani neuvěří a já reálně nevím, co děláme. Jo? Takže z tohohle všeho jsem zjistil, že vlastně nevím, co mu mám říct. Jenomže když mu řeknu tohleto, tak tím řeknu, že já nevěřím jemu, stejně tak jako on nevěří mě, a tím spíš mi ten dopis ne. Hele.
Mother passed her passion for art to me. Ancient art. Very ancient.
I didn't know your mother was an art lover.
No, vole.
Mainly pre-Christian objects which are believed to have unique properties.
Well, how interesting. Now that you mention it, I can indeed imagine Sarah getting interested in that.
Yes.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate.
Pohodě.
Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Jo, dám jí to, když ji najdu, můžeš se na mě spolehnout. Předstírej, že ji nechceš. Záleží na tom, co obsahuje. Můžeš se na mě spolehnout. To zní jako chytrá volba, že jo?
You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same fervor.
I would expect nothing less. Listen to me, my child.
Okay.
If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother would read it?
Přísahám před Bohem, přísahám i před DM tady. Confrontation last step. For the last step of confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Okay. I don't believe in his god.
Your Eminence, if there's one thing you can count on, it's the value of a promise made by a
Out
duration.
of breath. Počkej, kde to je? Talent? Ne. Trade? Decrease your effort points. Jo, to je OK. Tak jsem se k tomu dostal. A odemklo mi to bod v agilitě. OK.
Respecting our commitments has always been the pillar of our family, and nothing nor nobody will prevent that from happening. Since you know my mother, you should know that a Derishe always keeps their word. You can be sure of that.
Thank you, my son. It is most reassuring.
You're welcome, especially since I promised you nothing, my friend.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derishe. Your
Reliable, Sam.
organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders.
OK, takže ví o tom
Even
nějakým
if she
spolku.
doesn't share all her convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name.
Yeah.
Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Chci mu ale věřit.
I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Go back to the group near the chimney. Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. Piaggis letter. Tak, já se trošku dobiju, tady to prohlídnu, jestli tady něco neválí. Tam nemůžu, ok. Devil's Thorn. Grants you exalted state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice in a conversation. You cannot carry more than... OK.
A ruble.
Rubl, to je mince. Libra, rubl a tak dále.
The damned by Rubens. The man who
Rubens.
cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Zajímavé, zajímavé. Ty se v skutku vyznáš v umění. Asi, teda nemám nejmenší tušení, o čem to tady mluvíš.
Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Oidipus. Jo. Já jsem to jako sice čet, krále Oidipa. A tohle si nějak... nepamatuju. Už je to doba. Je to rok, doslova.
Saturn devouring his son.
Oh.
Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Já možná budu mít hovna, jo, ale já mám pocit, že jsem někde čet o tomhle obrazu, nebo konkrétně o, jakže se jmenoval, Zeus, vole, Saturn, no proto. Že jemu byl taky, ne, předpovězený právě ne, on se toho prostě jenom bál, že nějaký jeho, vole, syn ho svrhne. OK, doprovázený tamhle o Oidipa, protože to Oidipovu pravýmu otci, králi Lájovi, to předpověděli, že ho svrhne jeho syn nebo zabije. Což se pak stalo. A tak tady Saturn se toho bál, tak svoje prostě děti radši sežral. Zabil.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
Humility? Tady něco cinkalo? Asi ne. Sem taky nemůžu po schodech. Já nevím, jestli můžu po schodech, já nechci, abych... I když ono mě to asi nepustí.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men.
Flip through. Ní. Moje nyní. A já nevím, jestli mě to pustí, když tady mám jakože quest. Aha, jsem nechtěl.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us.
S radostí.
Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Už jsme měli tu čest.
George Washington,
Oh.
President of the United States of America.
Čau.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles.
To je prezident.
Thank you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
My mother. Oh, the surprising main door. Let's avoid the subject.
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Stupefy.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and
Hele,
right.
kdyby ho stejně bych ti to neřekl.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in this light.
Převrat.
As for me,
Politický.
I've been invited by
Revoluce.
Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gatherings of
Reálné.
absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason exactly?
To bych taky rád věděl. Invent? Asi není chytrý jim říkat, že se pohřešuje.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
Ok, to není lež.
Members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
To se říká? Ok, evidentně jo, je to funny.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Proč? Nechceš mi říct, že ty jsi můj táta, že ne? Do piči. Ilumináty.
Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand
Oh.
Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother.
Oh.
He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Já furt tak nějak nechápu, o co mi tady jde.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An
The
urgent
clown?
case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat. Very influential.
Oh,
He's also close to Lord Mortimer. So don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
hajzl.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh,
Taky bych chtěl relaxovat.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Dobře. Ale vzhledem k tomu, že Washington má teda vysoký rank v tom nějakém našem řádu, tak by možná mohl vědět, co sem moje máma přišla dělat. Takže by mi mohl jako on pomoct víc než tady Holm, který je clown.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Přesně to budu dělat.
Louis, thank you for staying.
V pohodě.
Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the order in the United States.
Jo, všiml jsem se.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Ok, takže my všichni tři jsme součástí tohle orderu, nebo toho řádu, plus moje máma teda samozřejmě. Mě nic z toho jako upřímně nezajímá, mě zajímá, co tady přišla moje máma dělat, co jsem. Ježišmarja. Je tak.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
A ty, Emily.
I only know her through the order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking, but I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Ty jsi můj táta? Where did he see her for the last time? How did he come to know her?
Where did you first meet her?
No, v tom řádu, vole, určitě.
Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil.
Aha.
She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Kdo?
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
Tohle mi jde krásně ruku v ruce s Assassin's Creedem. When you saw each other, what did you talk about? Or the mysteries that sounds rather political. When... Jako je to prezident, takže politika je... Tyhle ty dva mi přijdou hodně pravděpodobný, protože oba mají vysokou pozici v tom řádu a on je prezident. Ale tohle mám odemčený, tak to zkusím. You just encountered an immunity. One effort point is locked. Use a golden elixir to cure it.
During the American Revolution, did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended our cause with enthusiasm.
Did she go to the front line like your famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes, in a way.
Já nerozumím, co se stalo teď.
Louis, I am impressed. Few people know about the legend of Molly, so you don't know the true story. Molly Pitcher is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed.
No to kurva doufám.
I'm persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Do others in the order know? Do you think vědí co? And what if mother has left the island? To je jako možný, ale to si nemyslím. Furt jsme měli tu vizi, že jo, na začátku, která může znamenat cokoliv.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
A co jim je do toho, jakoby?
I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not
This is
know
America.
that your mother would even be among us.
Among us.
In any
Už
case,
zase.
no one has yet mentioned associating the order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
To byla nějaká okultní kniha, že jo? Jako hele, jestliže jsme všichni z jednoho řádu, já si myslím, že jim můžu věřit. A ukázat jim tu knihu. Ať je to jakoby cokoliv, ale myslím si, že můžu. Se nic nestane. Inquisitive.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Next skill use is free. Už jste napapaný, pánové.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent.
Okay, to bylo funny.
You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
A tak jako obří chlap, co se nad tebou sklání.
Atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal, but I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Skutku.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Shh.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted.
Já tady misuju všechno. Jsem si asi vybral vole nejhorší možnou cestu, co jsem mohl. Elizabeth Adams.
Ladies,
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
A co když se uvidíme ještě dneska večer?
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Nevím. Pan Washington vypadal trošku zaskočen, když se tady ukázala Elizabeth Adams. No díky tomu, že teď hraju ten třetí Assassin's Creed, jo, tak jméno Adams se tam jako párkrát objevilo. Sam Adams, který mě jako Connorovi pomáhal na začátku, jo, prostě představil mě, jak funguje ta, jak se zbavit pozornosti, ale pokud se nepletu, tak John Adams nebyl to druhý prezident? Nebo něco takového, ty vole. Ale to je Amerika, OK, to je v pohodě, to nevadí, že nevím. Ťuk, ťuk. Já tam chci se na ní si s ním popovídat. Oh. Drachma? Já to nemůžu rozklínout, že bych jako třeba věděl, co to je. Piage's letter. Jo, a já nic z toho nemůžu s tím interagovat, když to mám takhle v inventáři. Krása. Kdo bydlí tady? Napoleon Bonaparte? Nemůžu k nikomu do pokoje. Jako já k nikomu do pokoje nechci, jo, kromě Emily, takže tam je asi víceméně jedno. Tady to jako jenom prohlídneme, jestli tady něco není. Nemůžu ani pryč. Asi musím jít spát, nemám na výběr. Šlip, šlip. To byla kniha nějaká zase? Tady se něco válí, to je sklenička. Spoustu skleníček. Můžu sem? Samozřejmě, že nemůžu. Já nemůžu nikam. Oni mě nechtějí nikam pustit. Chtějí mě pustit do svého pokoje, ale tam já nechci. Je to složitý. Kdo bydlí tady? Asi nikdo. Co to je za jména už, ale... Jako, Washington Bonaparte, jasně. Jacques Peru, tenhle ten cápek, co to je za lidi? To je to otázka, máme znát, jako jsou reální nebo jsou jenom dílo fikce? Vidíš, něco tady přece jenom je. Mince. Ty mince jsou podle mě k ničemu. Cink. Jako mám jich spoustu, ale hovno z toho, ty vole. Nic.
President George Washington.
Georgie? On mi ten trouba určitě říkal, kde mám pokoj, že jo? Tam to pro jistotu nejde vůbec. Honey. Mince.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Budu to zkoušet dál a dál, vole. Já sice vím, že nikam nemůžu, ale budu to zkoušet dál a dál.
That's me.
That's me. OK, to je jediný pokoj, do kterého můžu. Já teda jenom prolítnu zbytek chodby rychle.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Godoy. Za ním taky nemůžu, ale o něm jsem něco čet už.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
A tady jsme začali. OK. Jdu si schrupnout. Jsem krapet vyšťavený. Co to je za obraz zase?
So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance.
A nebo taky ne.
If I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Open the letter without breaking the seal.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
No, co je tohle, by mě zajímalo, to jsou... Jo, já už to vidím. Tadyhle je pupíček a on tady prstí cápkový žebra, vole. Carmelite water. Gives you focus state, your next skill will cost no effort, you cannot carry more than 5. OK. To zní dobře, asi je.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Oh, holy shit.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Třeba se ti tady Mortimer snaží něco naznačit.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy.
Assisi?
Before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, like Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Nee.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Jo, go to bed je můj quest, OK. Ha! Louis. Ty mě sereš. Jo, ne? Jo.
Inferno by Dante.
Dobrý, držu.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Balkón. Mohl bych. Kdyby se Louis mu chtělo do cizího pokoje, ale ne. To se mu nechce.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Nice. Věci zdarma. Vem to.
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Sem nemůžu. Sem můžu, protože to je můj pokoj, že jo? Já jsem ale ještě nechtěl jít spát, Louis. Ještě jsem neprozkoumal tuhle místnost. Ne, zpátky. OK, nic jsem neposral, to je dobrý. I asked questions about my mother. I could have made an unexpected encounter. Okay. Your points. Můžu si rozdělit budíky. Takže co, etiketa. Kurva. Děláš si prdel 11? Jo, s tímhle nic neudělám. Dobře, no tak asi takhle. Your next reading, equip manuscript. You can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read. Okay. Etiketa. Diversion. Conviction. Science. Takhle, tohle jsou všechno věci, které já můžu talentit. Nemůžu si dávat body do vědy, takže já bych si přečet tohle a můžu si číst jenom jeden, OK. Takže takhle. Klaun? Klaun hraje šachy.
Your turn?
A já s tím nesouhlasím.
The servants are not very efficient.
Durishay can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durishay's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
What the fuck? Co seš nasranej?
Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Louis de Richet? Jsem já?
I'm coming.
Já si tady musím něco rychle šňupnout. OK. Já takhle nezjistím, jak daleko jsem, ale já bych to tady pro dnešek zapí 1,5 hodiny. To si myslím, že je dobrý. Doufám, že to má nějaký automatický ukládání, to jsem nečekal, že mi to hodí na plochu úplně. Já jsem jako doufal, že mě to dá do menu. Tak moment, já se chci kouknout, jako jak daleko jsme, jo. Jo, dobře, já to chápu, já už to asi chápu. Jsme furt v prologu, ale už jsme udělali první kapitolu. Teď nás čeká Night Stroll, Wines and Cannons a Gorgon. Jasně, už si myslím, že to chápu. Dobře, takže na to se podívám příště na Night Stroll. Třeba objevíme zase něco. No. Takhle ta hra bude vypadat jako celou dobu, jo. Ten gameplay nebude záživnější, teda nějaký ty konverzace budou víc triky, jak jsme měli na začátku s tím kardinálem rozhovor, který se nemohl posrat, jo, tak těch bude víc, budou víc náročnější. A tak no, furt hledáme svoji mámu, furt jsme ji nenašli, ještě dlouho ji nenajdem, furt jsme v prologu, jo. Nebo já vlastně nevím, kdy ji najdem, to je jedno. No, příště nás čeká rozhovor s Georgem Washingtonem, proč nás jde vyrušit uprostřed noci a jako vytrhnout mě z mý vize. Mohl jsem zjistit, kam šel tadyhle clown Šáša a třeba bych se dozvěděl ještě něco zajímavějšího. Dozvěděl jsem se, že zítra potkám Mortimera. Což mě upřímně moc netrápí. Mě trápí, kde je moje máma. Takže na kdo ví co se podíváme příště. A do té doby zatím čus.